phones, all the laptops have an OS. The Palm Top computers have an OS. PDAs have an OS. You know what a PDA is, right?
Personal
Personal digital assistants. They are more like your calendar, your SMS, your to-do list. All of those fall under PDA. So when I say a smartphone, even they have an OS. GPS also has an OS. Where you see directions being popped up on your screen when you command the machine to take you to a certain destination. That also has an interface to communicate with you, right? That interface is nothing but an operating system or any other platform on which you communicate with the interface. So next. So when I say an operating system for a mobile phone, you all know the phones that you use, Android is an operating system, Symbian is an operating system, Windows is an operating system, Java is not an operating system. It is a tool through which you develop an operating system. Then you have your BlackBerry RIM operating system, then you have Samsung Bada operating system, then you have Palm OS. There are unlimited number of OS that are there. Few of them are non-existent, few of them are existent still. So when I say an OS, see for all the features that all the smartphones have here, like GPS, NFC, okay, GPRS, then you have your location-based services. I'll let you know what it is. All of these services should have an interface through which they communicate with you, or an interface through which you communicate with them, right? That is nothing but an OS. So as said, a touchscreen, your cellular network, your Bluetooth, your Wi-Fi, your GPS mobile navigation, your camera, your video camera, speech recognition. Most of you guys use it, I hope. How many of you guys use speech recognition software? Siri. Siri, more like Siri. Then you have video recorder, music player. All of the phones that come these days, most of the smartphones have something called a speech recognition software. It is embedded in the native this thing. So you want to make a call, you just have to train the speech recognition thing and make a call or do anything. Then you have near-field communication, which is already explained. Then you have the PDA. All of these should have an interface through which they communicate with you. That is what is nothing but an operating system. So these are different ways that you have. The one that is mentioned next to it are nothing but the basic prerequisites that you have to learn these OS. I'll tell you the differences between these OS, just to have an understanding. As in HP Palm, Palm OS it's nothing but the web OS they call it. It was owned by Palm Computers before. It was recently, 3 years ago, it was bought by HP. Then you have Samsung Bada. All the Samsung phones, which are basic phones, have this particular OS. Samsung Bada it's called. Nokia Symbian is no more in existence, but if you guys have ever used a Nokia regular phone, this you would have gone to the Symbian OS. Then you have RIM BlackBerry. Okay, RIM is Research in Motion. The BlackBerry OS is OS that is there in most of the BlackBerry phones. All the BlackBerry phones. Then you have Microsoft Windows. All the Microsoft Windows HTC, they don't come out with Microsoft brand, but they come out with Asus, Asus Guardian, then you have Acer, then you have HTC, Nokia. All of these have Windows Mobile. Then you have Google Android. Most of the phones have Google Android. That OS is a proprietary property of Google Corporation. Then you have Apple iOS. I hope you guys are good with this. I is an I, OS is operating system. I is a trademark for Apple. Okay, back. So I'll tell you the difference between all these operating systems. Okay. When I say Apple iOS, how many of you guys have seen any other phone other than Apple which has got an Apple iOS on it? None. So what do you understand from this? Yes. The OS that is there on Apple iOS is a proprietary property of Apple Corporation. So it can only be used on a phone manufactured by Apple and none other. Okay? So if you can see, Apple iOS is only seen on Apple phones, right? That is an iPhone or iPad or iPod. All of that operating system is a proprietary property of Apple and nobody can copy it or use it. Okay? When I say Google Android, you would have seen many devices having Android as an OS. Yes? Yes. Can name few manufacturers?
Samsung, HTC.
One at a time. Micromax, yes. That's a very valid point. Next. Sony Mobile. Next.
Carbon.
I want names. Okay. What did you observe from all of this? What did you observe? When I say Samsung Galaxy, it is a premier segment phone, right?
Yes.
Right? I don't know how much it costs. Beyond 25,000?
27.
27. So it's beyond 25,000. When I say Micromax Android phone, 5,000? 6? Starts at 6. So what did you observe here? Did you ever see an iPhone being sold below 35,000?
No.
Why? Because it's only limited to an Apple device. Okay? When I say Samsung Android, you have something to share? I'm not leaving in the past here. What I'm trying to say is, when I say Micromax or Carbon 4, what did you observe here? These phones start at like 5,000, 6, 2, 3, right? And extends all the way till when you talk about Samsung S3 now, which is like 40,000 or whatever, right? 38. So what is it you observe here? Did you guys ever made an observation? Why is iPhone OS on an Apple device is so costly, and why is Android has such a price comparative difference? As in one is 5,000, the other is like 37,000. What did you observe here? This particular OS distributed by Google is an open source. You know what an open source is? Open source is yes available, but open source does mean you guys have anything, please you can share. Nothing? Fine. When I say open source does mean it is available for you to tweak. You know what tweaking is, right? Tweaking is making changes. You can tweak, you can modify, you can do anything that you want with the Google Android OS and use it. So that is what open source means. Okay. Basic example I'll give you. Have you heard of Linux or Unix OS?
Yes.
What is it? It is an open source, right? It means you can
Create a program. Creation of a program.
yeah, you can go back into the background and modify it as you want. When I say Microsoft Windows OS, have you ever seen anybody making a change to the interface of how you communicate with Microsoft OS? You might not. You can probably change a few desktop wallpapers and stuff, but you cannot change the main interface of a Microsoft OS because it is closed. When I say open source, best example is Android, Google. Okay. Then you have Microsoft Windows Mobile. This is also closed. Okay. It is a proprietary of Microsoft Corporation. If you guys see now Mango, then you have I don't know the previous version, 7.1, 7.8. Now the latest coming out is 8. Okay, OS 8. Then you have Nokia Symbian, which is out of existence now. Okay, Nokia Symbian doesn't exist anymore. Mostly by the end of this year, it would be USL, end of service line. So you will not find any phones being sold with Symbian, or you will not find anybody manufacturing any Symbian phones. Then you have Samsung Bada, which is what you have already. So the major difference that you have to find here is between these three. These four. These four are the major players in the market right now. So the only OS that is available for you to develop or do anything is Google Android. The very best feature that I can say about Google is, see, you developed an application. Okay? It is installed on your phone, right? Suppose you have developed a messaging application as an SMS application. It is installed as a secondary application, right? The first primary application is your primary native